You monster!
Not what it
You
looks
killed
like.
my dodo! No, no.
Welcome back, Mouse Conditions. Today we're here with Zalaphony.
Yeah.
And what are we doing today?
We are going to go over a new thing in the game called Kibble, which you can use to tame up dinosaurs faster than ever.
Yes, it's so fast, guys. And basically, we're going to show you all kibble recipes. And the upcoming
Oh, yeah.
video, we're going to show you a new taming tutorial on how to tame dinosaurs faster using the kibble and other cool things.
Yeah.
So let's begin. And the thing with the kibble, guys, it's actually a little bit confusing because the kibble actually uses, like, the kibble doesn't really correspond to the dinosaur. Like,
Well, yeah, it all takes a different kind of egg to make, and that'll make that type of kibble, but each dinosaur likes a different type of kibble. And not all of them make a lot of sense, but we'll go over which dinosaur likes which in this video. So once you make some and try to use it for taming, you'll know what goes to what. So I think let's ready to get right into the recipes here.
Yeah, guys. For example, the Triceratops likes the Carnotaurus kibble, which makes absolutely no sense. But yes, so let's get right into this, man.
Yeah. So what we're gonna need is, of course, a bunch of ingredients, all going to be going into a cooking pot. We're gonna cook up the kibble through this. The kibble lasts for a long time, so you usually don't have to worry about storage, but it does degrade over a few days. But we're going to start off with some basic ingredients. First of all, you need an egg. We have those all for the separate dinosaurs here. You need usually some cooked meat or jerky. You need certain kinds of vegetables, and then mejoberries, fiber, and water. So right here we got some mejoberries and fiber. I'll grab some of them, throw them in the cooking pot now. So we have that all set up. So
oh, I lit it. A little by accident.
A little prematurely, but that's all good. Alright, let's see. What ingredient do we want to go with first? You know what? Maybe we should just start nice and simple with the dodo kibble. Sound good?
Yes, and by the way, guys, you got to actually get yourselves a bunch of recipes for this stuff. First, you need the Rockwell recipe egg-based kibble, and this is your main ingredient to crafting all the other recipes. So just simply grab that to yourself and throw it into the cooking pot like so.
Well, you don't need it in there.
Yeah, but I mean, you can.
It's good for a reference if you get the recipe here. It tells you the egg, cooked meat, vegetables, and of course all the ingredients differ onto what we're looking for. But for the dodo here, of course, very simply, we need dodo eggs. So we're gonna throw some of them in there.
Keep letting it on fire, man.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So it requires one egg, one cooked or jerked meat.
And in the dodo's example, it's just cooked meat. And in the dodo, you also need rockerots, otherwise known as carrots. So we're going to take some of these, throw them in here. Oh, I accidentally put out the fire. We're good at this. We're definitely professionals right here.
And we're going to need some water, some glucose on that.
I already got a water jar in there.
You got it?
Yep.
Alright. And basically, guys, we're going to link in the description below a wiki page where you can simply go to and actually check out what dinosaurs like what.
We're both doing that too. It's awful.
Yeah, and also basically what kind of ingredients each dinosaur needs. So the dodo currently needs, as he said, cooked meat and a rocker root.
Yes. Yep. And with these things, it might take a little time for it to cook, but then it gets the kibble. And if you want to see what the kibble looks like, we got some already made here in this chest. So there it is. This pet food recipe has been carefully designed to give balanced nutrition to almost any creature native to the island. Includes plant fibers to help with digestion, and egg to bind the mix. Humans have difficulty eating this, I'm gonna guess it's saying, because Mouse decided to chow down on some earlier, and it wasn't that delicious.
It was very bad. There was poop on the floor in the cooking area. It was kind of bad.
Yeah, true. You did just poop on the floor, and it was disgusting, man.
It basically just looks like dog food, honestly. Right?
That's kind of what it is. It's kibble, It's food for animals, and it's for them to be super healthy. But once you do use this to start taming things, it does the same thing prime meat does for carnivores. It just gives it a much larger boost whenever they decide to eat.
It's insane, guys. The boost is just crazy.
Yeah, we can't wait to show you guys that in a future episode.
Or so, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
but it looks like the kibble has started to make, and of course each one of those recipes makes more. So if you want to make a lot at a time, you just throw all those ingredients in there, and this will continue cooking. So there we go. We have our first kibble made for the dodo, and as you can see, that spoils in quite a long time. So you don't necessarily need to that. And let me just check one thing, test if you can preserve that even longer in a preserving bin. So over here, and yeah, if you put it in a preserving bin or a refrigerator,
29 days.
I think you'll be fine keeping it going for a very long time.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we should probably show up on how to make the raw, like the prime meat and such. You know,
Yeah,
like the
because
stuff.
I think if we look at the, no, not necessarily the parasaur, but if we look at the dilo, you actually need a meat jerky here. So for this, for the dilo recipe, for example, you need the dilo eggs, you need, of course, the mejoberries and fiber, you need citronal, and cooked meat jerky. Now to make the cooked meat jerky, it's pretty easy. You just need a preserving bin over here, and then you need oil, cooked meat, and spark powder to keep the preserving bin going. Now this may take a very long time, but over time this will turn the meat into cooked meat jerky. And if you want prime meat jerky, you just cook primed meat, and then it turns it into prime meat jerky. Simple as that, and you have the recipe going.
And each dinosaur requires its own jerky. Like the raptor requires meat jerky, Sulka requires prime jerky, the scorpion requires prime jerky, Spino requires prime jerky as well, Stego prime jerky, Titanoboa meat jerky, T-Rex requires prime jerky, the T-Rex requires meat jerky, the Pteranodon requires meat jerky, Parasaur requires cooked meat.
Keep going, keep going.
Yep, Dodo requires cooked meat, the Dillo requires meat jerky, the Corner requires cooked meat, Carbonemesis requires prime jerky, the Bronto requires meat jerky, and the Argentimus requires prime jerky, and the Ankylosaurus requires prime jerky as well.
Bravo,
so
man.
many dinosaurs.
Bravo. And we actually have each of the dinosaurs that you can turn their eggs into kibble like this. And just throwing it out there, the kibble's not exactly easy to make because it does, of course, take an egg and all these resources for one.
You need a lot of resources, basically.
Yeah, so it's not something you can just keep a ton of on hand, but if you do have like a big tame in mind that you think will take a long time, it's definitely worth preparing some if you have like the spare resources and the spare eggs. But I think we might just run down the chest here and go over each one.
Everything we need, right?
Yeah, so let's go to the parasaur, which takes, of course, the water, mejoberries, fiber, and then parasaur eggs, long grass, and cooked meat.
So yeah, basically, the water jar is used for every single crafting recipe.
Yeah, or you can use a water skin. It doesn't matter if it's a jar. Just the water jar is a little bit easier. The water skin you might need to run back and forth, refilling it every once in a while.
Yeah. And then we need the long grass. We need basically the cooked meat. You throw them all in there, and you'll get yourselves a kibble for the parasaur.
Indeed.
Man, these eggs are gonna be like impossible to find, though. They're actually pretty damn difficult.
Yeah, like if you already have the dinosaurs tamed, the eggs aren't that tough to get by, and most of the dinosaurs do drop their eggs now more often than they did before, so it makes it a little bit easier. But there is, of course, that little difficulty in getting a lot of them.
And with the kibble, we thought that would actually increase the taming effectiveness. I mean, the efficiency. I mean, or effectiveness. And it doesn't. It mainly increases just the efficiency. And I think the kibble by far is probably much faster than the prime meat, right?
Oh yeah, it's faster than
Like
prime
twice
meat.
as
So,
fast,
and
right?
you can use it on like, well, obviously you need the specific thing for each dinosaur, but once you get that, you can use it on anything. So.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool to actually integrating, eggs more into the game. You can
Yeah.
actually use them more now.
Because they didn't really have much of a purpose before. But let's see.
Alright, yes, so let's go to the turtle one, okay?
Yep.
Alright, so the turtle requires, as we can see over here, the prime meat jerky and the rocker root, and of course a turtle egg. And yeah, this is, by the way, if you're holding eggs, be careful. Because they're gonna come after you out of nowhere. They're gonna jump in like ninjas and try to attack you.
Yeah, there was a turtle that came after Mouse when we were, when we were making some of the first time.
He wanted some human meat.
Yep.
Right.
So what do we
so
need for
moving
the
on.
Triceratops?
Yeah, the Triceratops. This is the Triceratops, right?
Yes.
The Triceratops. Okay, so this one requires the cooked meat jerky and a silver root, and as well as a trike egg, and then you can make yourself some kibble. So make sure it's basically everything's just kind of repeated. You just need different kind of recipes for like the egg, the meats, and the vegetable.
Yep. And for the Stegosaurus, you need citronal and prime meat jerky as well as a Stego egg. For the Ankylo, you need the savor roots and prime meat.
There we go. Moving on.
Alright, Bronto, you need regular cooked meat jerky and rockerats. Oh, the T-Rex. If you can get yourself your hands on a T-Rex egg without getting yourself killed, put that with some prime meat jerky, which you'll get off that T-Rex, I'm sure, and some long grass. And the Spino, savor root, prime meat jerky, and the Spino egg, of course. And all of these, crops and stuff, you can get those through farming, the savor roots. You need to set up a farm plot, medium farm plot at least, and then get that growing with the seeds you'll find from just, grabbing berries casually throughout the whole round.
A farming tutorial, right?
Yeah, I know I have one. I think you probably have one too, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you can check that out on either of our channels if you would like.
Alright, so let's begin with the next ones. Okay, so for the Dilophosaurus, we require the citronal and the cooked meat jerky as well as the dillo egg. Or
Yes.
dillo. Next one is the
Pteranodon.
That egg looks cool, right? Look at this one. That looks sweet, man.
That's pretty cool.
This one requires the pteranodon egg, the rocket root, and the cooked meat jerky. The next one is
The scorpion, and that requires the long grass and prime meat jerky. And we got the raptor,
Nice.
which I really like the raptor eggs. Like, I'm gonna take one out and throw it on the ground for you. It requires the long grass and cooked meat jerky. And can I just drop this real quick?
Go on the ground. I threw it on the ground.
Oh, no. Those look really cool, I think.
It looks so dark though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
In the light, it looks a little better.
Hey, Xander, I'm gonna eat this egg.
Oh no! Raptors just come out of the trees and destroy you.
Ah, I'm going after you. That'd be so random, dude. Alright,
Yeah.
so
What about the
moving on to
Carno?
Yep. This one requires cooked meats, a saber root, and a Carno egg.
All
Next
right.
one is the
Sarco.
Sarco or Stegosaurus. This one requires the
Wow.
rocket root, prime meat jerky, and the Sarco egg.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the Argentavis. I've never seen an Argentavis egg, but if you can get your hands on one of them, you just need some prime meat jerky and citronal. If you want to make Titanoboa, then you need the Titanoboa egg, long grass, and cooked meat. And finally, the Arenio.
You can't actually
Yeah.
use this one for anything, so
So it's kind of
like a
pointless
side
to
thing,
make
you know?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be added
But-
later in the game, though. We'll let you
Yeah.
guys know.
But anyways, let's go ahead and actually go over what dinosaur likes what kind of kibble. And
Oh yeah, I got that labeled up
kinda-
nice
yeah.
here. If you get yourself some dodo kibble and you want to tame an ichthyosaur, that's the way to do it.
It's so weird. It eats
Well, this one
dolphins.
makes sense. A raptor likes parasaur kibble, so that kind of makes sense. Raptors would hunt
Parasaur?
parasaurs.
I guess it's kind of revenge. Alright. The next one is the carbon nemesis, and it requires, what is it like?
Actually, nothing eats the Carbonemus kibble at the moment either.
Ah, but the carbon nemesis does like, yeah, actually, he likes the pteranodon kibble.
Yep. The Sarco is gonna want to eat the Triceratops kibble. The Argentavis is gonna want the Stegosaurus kibble. Carnotaur
Yep.
eats the Ankylosaurus. Those ones make sense. The Sabertooth eats Bronto kibble.
That's kinda crazy.
If you want to tame a plesiosaur a whole lot faster, that's where you want to get the T-Rex kibble.
Yeah, I think they take a solid 4 hours, guys.
Yeah, and Megalodon,
So-
you might want that Spino kibble.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Alright, over here, Ankylosaurus likes the dillo kibble, and then the carbon nemesis likes the pteranodon. It's kind of strange. The T-Rex likes a scorpion. That's
I don't
awesome.
get that one.
Yeah, I don't understand that one either. Mammoth likes the raptor.
Okay, they can take them on.
I can see that one. And get the next one.
Triceratops likes to eat the Carno kibble. I guess that's just a little bit of revenge. Same with the Stegosaurus liking the Sarco kibble. And Spinosaurus, they like their Argentavis kibble.
Yep. And the pteranodon likes the Titanoboa. And well, this one.
Yep, that's
the
final.
spider. Yeah.
So the
doesn't like
Pteranodon eats the snake, and I believe that is all of those. And of course the link will be down below if you want to look that back up after the video or when you're taming it yourself.
Yep. And Zal, do you want to show off on how to craft yourselves the prime meat jerky?
I think I already said that, but
Yeah.
you just throw cooked prime meat into here with, of course, oil and spark powder, and it'll make the prime meat jerky. And
That's the same for the cooked meat as well.
exactly. So it's not that difficult to make. It just takes a little bit of time in the preserving bin,
Yeah.
which is
Alright,
ran by spark
and-
powder.
Yep, that's really about it, right?
Yeah, I believe that's everything we have to say about kibble here.
Alright guys, so same thing for the next video where we will cover basically an efficient way to tame all dinosaurs. This tutorial, check out both of our channels, and yes, hope you all enjoyed. Let's
Yeah.
aim for 500 likes.
Yeah.
Let's do it, 500 likes. Check out Xylophony.
As well as Mouse, and I believe we will see you guys next time.
And check out our Let's Play series, and we'll see you all in the next video.
See you then. We have one right here, but we also have these medium plots. The medium plots are pretty good. You can also make larger plots later on, but we're just gonna look at some of these ones right now. As you can see, we have narcoberries planted here, which is very good for making narcotics or taming dinosaurs. So it's very